Hey guys, it's Matt with BleepinJeep.com. Today we're going to be installing this, the JcrOffroad rear tire carrier bumper. You can use it with the tire carrier or without, and it's awesome. Let's get started. Okay guys, we're back here at the back of the Jeep, and the first thing you want to do is lay out your parts pretty much in the order that you need them. Actually, the first thing you want to do is take off your stock bumper. I've already done that, and I've got a video on that, so check the description if you need help doing that. So these are the parts for the tire carrier bumper. You've got these two brackets which hold the bumper, and then you've got this one. The tire carrier bumper is a little bit different than the regular bumper because it has to support a little more weight. They've added some extra brackets over here on the side. So these go in and they kind of tie into the frame, and this wedges in the back. You bolt that together. You've also got these two brackets which go underneath. I'll show you that in a minute, and those help with the towing. That's how you can use this bumper to still tow the recommended, I think it's 2,500 pounds, something like that, towing capacity. And then I've got the nuts and bolts. Alright, one more thing I need to go over is JCR makes these nut strips, which I've got in here. They're really handy because all these nuts come on one strip, and it fits in there perfectly, and you can bolt up from underneath here. The stock one, some of them have nut strips, some don't. Some have nuts on the back here, and it's really hard to get these in and out. But anyway, if you don't have these, I do recommend those, but you don't have to. But if you don't have them, you're going to need to put this bracket in here right now, because you'll need to access this hole to get this bracket in. And once we put this piece on, we're going to cover up that hole. Since I've got the nut strips, I can add that later. So the first thing I'll do is put these brackets on. You'll want the hole to face the bottom, and then the opposite one too. I think you're supposed to use the stock bolts for this, so that's what I'm going to do. And I've got some anti-seize I'm going to put on there because these tend to get rusty after a while. Alright, that's a 15 millimeter. Make sure you don't tighten those all the way down though. You want to get them close, but there's a little bit of wiggle room in here, and we're going to need that when we put the bumper on. Alright, I've got both sides on there. Now I'm going to go ahead and pull two nuts out of here, or two bolts out of there, and loosely install this. I was going to do it later, but I don't see any reason why I can't do it right now. Leave that loose too. Okay, let's see if we can figure this out. Now on the passenger side here, this goes up like this. See how those two holes line up there? And then I believe this goes right there, attaches to the bumper. We're going to drill up through here and attach on the inside of the vehicle. So let's see if I can find some bolts that'll fit in here. I need 5 hands. Alright, I think I'll take that one out and put a washer in there like this. And then there's a lock nut that goes on the back. I think that's the wrong size washer. Alright, I'll leave that loose. Now let's look underneath here. We need to drill up through the body right here. So let's take a look on the other side, see where we'll come out first. I'm pretty sure it's going to come out just inside here and here. So let's take this off real quick. There we go. I'll just pull back this carpet and drill up through there. Alright, then I'll put some very large washers on there, along with the lock washer and the nut. And the other hole is just inside here. Alright, I've got them in there loose. We'll leave those loose until we get the bumper on. Okay guys, I apologize. I lost the audio here for a second, so I'm just going to have to make up my own. I'm just going to stick my fingers through these holes, and the bottom one, and then 2 at once. I'm not real sure why I'm doing this, but hopefully we'll figure it out here in a minute. So we've got all of our nuts and bolts here. These are the nuts and bolts to put the bumper on. These are one pair of nuts and bolts, and these are the others, I don't know. Okay, so let's put on this bumper. We're just going to slide it on and line it up with those holes that we have there on the brackets. If I can get it on here, let's see. There we go. Maybe. Come on. Get on there. Okay, there we go. Now, push it all the way forward. Now, I think what happened was I didn't get... one of the brackets was on top instead of on bottom, something like that. That bracket, I think, needs to go below the bumper instead of over the bumper, like I had it right here. Blah bitty blah. Blah bitty blah. Okay, so I'm just pulling that out, and I'm going to readjust, put it in the right position there. Come on. There we go. Okay, yeah. As you can see, that bracket goes below the bumper. I was trying to put that bracket above the bumper. That's why it wasn't working. So now you're going to take your 2 very large bolts. You're going to push in, line up those 2 big holes, and then we're going to put those bolts in. Like so. We're going to put some washers on there. Then we're going to put some nuts on there. We're going to do the same thing down here on the bottom with a nut and a bolt and washers probably. Okay, then off to the side. And finally, let's do that little one on the end here. There we go. Okay guys, everything is still loose, so what I'm going to do next is take these brackets right here, and lift the bumper a little, push them all the way out where they make contact with the bumper there. Then we're going to tighten these down first. Before I tighten them though, I want to finalize and make sure that the bumper is centered side to side. It'll still move a little bit either way, so just check each side. Make sure that it's right in the center. If you need to, you can push it over just a little bit. We'll adjust the height in a minute. Let's tighten those bolts first. Okay, now what we want to do is adjust the height. What we can do is take a block of wood and a jack. We'll put that under there and jack it up. We also want to make it pretty much level, so let me get the level, we'll make it level. Looks pretty good that way. Looks like it could come down in the front just a little bit. Alright guys, once you get it where you want it, then all we need to do is tighten the bolts down. Now make sure you tighten down all the bolts, including those 2 on the side, the one on the bottom here, the 4 on each bracket, and then you've got 2 bolts here, 2 bolts here on the body, and then you've got those 2 that we did, remember, inside here. Now there's one thing I forgot to do, and that's to see if my door would shut. Let's give it a try. Looks good, guys. In the next video, we're going to be installing the tire carrier for the side over here. It holds the tire, full-size spare, up to a 37-inch, I believe. It also holds the Rotopax cans, 2 Rotopax cans, and the jack, the high-lift jack. So, thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it, and we'll see you in the next video. Make sure to check out JcrOffroad.com for bumper, armor, all kinds of great Jeep stuff, and BleepinJeep.com, where we've got hats, t-shirts, stickers, and lots of how-to videos for you. Thanks, guys.